outside of right tackle, and they weren't good at right tackle last year. This is a better team than last year. Much, much faster offensively, much deeper at wide receiver, much more functional at wide receiver.
They are absolutely so lucky that Justin Tucker, ever since he started practicing kicks from the goal line instead of the 35, is the worst kicker from 50-plus in football. They are so lucky. And who could have seen this coming? That Baltimore's new defensive coordinator seemed to have some issues. Getting plays in, miscommunication, blown timeouts.
All right, howdy, and welcome on in, Chiefs Kingdom. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Baltimore Ravens, a little bit of an AFC Championship rematch, 27-20. The Chiefs told me a lot. There's a few things in particular that I want to dive into on a few players, what I believe Rashid Rice's role is going to be, the immediate impact of Xavier Worthy, Kingsley Sutia, the new left tackle rookie. I want to talk about him as well, and a few other things, but real quick, I just want to talk about just the immaculate game that you guys put on, and I kind of was battling. This is the first game of the season, but both teams were hitting, and I was kind of battling. Miles, are you prepared to say what you're about to say? Are you prepared to really go on a limb and talk about what you want to talk about with the Kansas City Chiefs? And I'm still sitting on it, and of course it's just week one, but it looked like you guys were like in mid-season form. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it looked like you guys were at where you would be at like week 10, just operating on a whole new level and not even overbearing Travis Kelce with responsibility and overbearing Isaiah Pacheco, even though he had 15 carries. It wasn't all him. It's just the way you guys could put in Xavier Worthy to have his impact, Rashid Rice, and how he is becoming the dominant figure within that offense. Noah Gray, even Justin Watson coming in on that 25-yard crucial catch. There's so many things that you guys introduced to the league that you guys are about that business, and he did not play a lot. But I promise you guys this. Hear me now. Samaje Perine is going to be a gentleman that you guys really love and appreciate. And I mean that wholeheartedly. But let's really dive into what I need to talk about. And are we witnessing that the most important piece to the puzzle within the offense is Rashid Rice? I'm there. He wasn't, you guys put him in positions to succeed, but he made great plays that were, very talented, and the approach to these plays, not a lot of NFL wide receivers can do consistently, but it was very, very clear. The offense is making plays for Rashid Rice to be in particular layers within the defense, particular spots, whether it be screens or how you guys layered Roquan Smith, where he went under Roquan Smith and he was kind of just put in a bubble and he scampered off for a good run. It's beautiful to see Andy Reid's mind still evolving. He's able to put this player here and the scheme's going to be successful. He's able to do this here and things are going to look pretty. But I was talking to a coworker of mine, guys, and he was on a very much a tear. And this is an Eagles fan, so I'll help you out a bit. Talking about, it's not Andy Reid. Andy Reid's not the reason why the Chiefs are having so much success. It's all Patrick Mahomes. And I'm like, buddy, what are we doing? What are you talking about? And he immediately goes to, you see Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. As soon as Tom Brady left, Bill Belichick, he wasn't the same guy. This is the game I'm going to give you guys to really charge up against people that are going to try to demean Andy Reid, who I believe is one of the best coaches ever. To even disrespect his name, it's just crazy. But Bill Belichick was a defensive coach. He was a defensive-minded coach, always has been, always will be. When Tom Brady left, the defense was still good, okay? The defense was still good. And so that really illustrates why things didn't work out in New England. In Kansas City, the head coach is an offensive-minded genius. And yes, he has a quarterback that is very, very talented. But there are successes that you guys had with Alex Smith, and I can go on, and I want to get back to the video, but I just do not want. You guys are good, you guys are great, and I'm a Bengals fan, so we don't like each other. We get that. That's cool. That's fine. But I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not gonna run away from the fact that you guys have the best coach and quarterback duo. I'm not gonna do that. That's called being delusional. And so we'll get back to it, but I just had to say that. But Rashid Rice, everything he was able to do, he caught a total of 7 passes for 103 yards, did not get into the end zone, but he is going to be in that end zone a lot this year, a lot this year. And it looks like, and this is only week 1, we all know Daddy Kelsey is the guy. He is the dude. But it just looks like Rashid Rice is building a beautiful connection to when or if the last game for Travis Kelsey, when it comes, people are going to be predicting a dip down in Mr. Mahomes' gameplay, and as well as the Kansas City Chiefs. And I believe that Rashid Rice is really putting on the map, no, we're going to be fine when that day comes. Mr. Xavier Worthy, he took the league by storm with his beautiful 21-yard rushing touchdown. And one thing that you guys do that is just so, how do I say this, so calculated and meticulous, it's you guys are smart with like angles and numbers and speeds and just, it's just like the way you guys do things. It's like, okay, we got the fastest guy in the NFL Combine ever. Somehow he was able to fall to us. Okay, cool. This is the top end speed that he can get up to in this amount of time. So what we're going to do to take the league by storm is we're going to give him an end around to get him A, comfortable, but B, to show off what we have as a legitimate weapon. And it just worked beautifully with that end around. The offensive line just beautifully brushes off all those defensive players to the right side, and he was just able to crease and get thinner. Believe it or not, how thin Xavier Worthy is, he was able to get thinner and beautifully just walks into the end zone. He was able to brush off a few little arm tackles, but he's too fast. You got to get in front of him. But that was just beautiful to see, honestly. And I'm just getting more into the realm of not hating the Chiefs, because I don't want to do what I did with the Golden State Warriors, where I hated them for so long. And I did not witness history. I did not witness greatness by just loving the game of basketball. So I'm not doing it with the Chiefs. We have our issues between each other as franchises and as teams. That's fine. But you guys continuously do it. And it's just, I'm just watching, and it's beautiful. Kingsley Sutia. I know I'm not saying that last name correctly, but as a rookie left tackle, great game, buddy. Great freaking game. I thought this was going to be a big time of concern, but the 21-year-old day one starter in the NFL definitely said, no, Miles, I got this. This is Patrick Mahomes. I understand my responsibilities, and so I just need to find out, who is this offensive line coach that you guys have? Who is he? His name needs to be in the news a little bit more. His name needs to be in the circulation a little bit more, because last year y'all was supposed to be off because the offensive line was quote unquote bad, but it was good enough to win a Super Bowl. And so, like I said, to have a young left tackle, and if this man Kingsley continues to grow, get better, get more, comfortable with his role as being potentially the greatest quarterback, greatest football player of all time, keeping him upright at that left tackle spot for the next 10 years, this is going to bode very, very well for this young man's career and the career of Patrick Mahomes and the organization. But the one, okay, you guys did not have a perfect game, but the one thing that I really want to harp on, and he's done great things, and I think you guys aren't bad in this position, but the linebacker play was clearly the focus in which, Isaiah Likely was able to do a lot of things. The running backs catching the ball out of the backfield to scamper up for first downs. That was a big thing as well. I believe and understand that having Nick Bolton, having Leo Chanel, having Drew Tranquil, they are going to be flashes of lightning within the run game. I am slightly concerned about what I saw, especially from Nick Bolton. I'm just going to keep it a bean. From Nick Bolton when playing with more athletic tight ends. Isaiah Likely had a crazy game that he should not have had, in my personal opinion. But he's a great player, great tight end. And so Nick Bolton did not have the best of fittings against a great tight end in the National Football League. But at the end of the day, I just believe that getting better at that position is going to be crucial. Putting out, and we got Steve Spagnuolo, who is, definitely the best defensive coordinator in the NFL, bar none. And no competition is going to even make me even think about taking that statement back. Steve Spagnuolo, Spags is like, he's a genius. And he's a future Hall of Famer in that realm of coaching. So that's what I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We're going to be doing more Chiefs videos throughout the season, so happy to have you all here. But yeah, those are my little pointers. Happy to talk to you guys in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.